Welcome back to Noob Talk. E3 is nearly upon us. My name's Liban and I'm back with Saf again.
Sup, guys?
Hey, yeah, so E3 is nearly here and we're basically here to talk about some of our predictions for some of the press conferences.
And right now, it looks like it's going to be a big one, guys.
It does. We already know what's happening with Nintendo. We covered it in a previous Noob Talk. They are doing only Zelda, so we're not really going to talk about them much.
Actually, objection, because it seems as if they're going to do more than Zelda. I think they said they'd do a treehouse, is that right?
Yeah.
So we might be seeing a little bit more than just Zelda.
No, honestly, it's just Zelda.
No, I really don't think it will.
No, there's a poster and everything. Nintendo Treehouse Live, Zelda. It's just Zelda, literally.
I mean, there might be a poster, but Twitter says otherwise. Anyway, so we're going to see something from it. I think they have a surprise in store, though, personally.
We'll see. I won't hold my breath, but we'll see.
And obviously, there's gaming companies other than Nintendo, which are not important right now because of Pokemon. But speaking of...
right.
Moving on to Microsoft.
Damn, all right. So before we do that, so press conferences this year being done by, other than Nintendo doing their live treehouse, we got EA, Bethesda, Microsoft, PC Gaming Show, Ubisoft, and Sony. So let's quickly run through Bethesda. Okay.
Gotcha.
We know for sure Dishonored 2 is coming.
Oh wow, that's really good. Actually, that's really good news because I had the opportunity to work with Bethesda at, what was it, Eurogamer?
Yeah,
Eurogamer a few years ago on the first Dishonored, just showing the game off to the booths and stuff, and it was really, really, really good. The game was actually really good. It was an interesting new take on an FPS, and the powers especially, they were really cool. You could be really creative in that game, and I look forward to the next one.
Yeah, I really enjoyed playing Dishonored as well. I enjoyed the idea of trying to get through the whole game without killing anyone. I'm not saying I actually did it. That was really hard. Dishonored was a really amazing game, and I'm glad Arcane Studios are actually making a sequel, and it's coming. We know that's actually coming. What else Bethesda might show in regards to Doom? Doom did really well. Bethesda has this knack recently to just be able to
they seem to be on the ball with whatever they want to remake and rehash, and it seems to be working out for them really well. I mean, what came out? Was it Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Bethesda make that?
Yeah, Bethesda, yeah.
Right, they published it, rather. They probably didn't make it, but either way, they seem to really know video gaming history for a certain degree, because they picking up on all these games that they think had potential and just giving them back to the public, and that seems to be the only way forward with gaming companies these days, just rehashing old products and giving them to a different generation and letting them enjoy it, which I'm not really complaining about.
Yeah, but no one's done it better than Bethesda at the moment. They have this knack to just reinvigorate all these old school shooters, one of them being Doom. It's gotten great reviews practically everywhere. What we might see from them, there is the season pass. There's 3 expansion packs coming, and Bethesda might be giving us a little more info on that. I'm not sure exactly what it is now. I don't know how much more hectic things could get other than what was happening during the main game.
Moving on.
Fallout 4, that should be getting some more DLC as well. Season pass. So a lot of what Bethesda might show this year is regards to their games is actually just expanding on what they already have in terms of DLC and their season pass. The only other thing that might show up, and I'm going out on a limb here, is there could be a sequel to The Evil Within. The game had its flaws, but it was a really good horror game.
I don't think that was a commercial success, do you?
Not entirely, no. But the foundation they laid for it was really good. So there's a lot they could have built upon from just that. Mm-hmm. And I would like to see a sequel come from that as well, because it was actually a pretty scary horror game.
Right.
And I don't get scared.
I didn't get a chance to play that, unfortunately.
Whoever thinks I get scared, I don't get scared.
Yeah. Boo!
Alright, so we've got a lot to go through. Let's move on to Microsoft.
Finally. Actually, no, I'm kidding. I don't really care about Microsoft.
One of the interesting things is the new Xbox One that apparently is going to show up. So there's 2 different versions.
Is that Xbox One K? Oh wait, no. I'm getting my companies mixed up. Carry on.
Xbox Revolution. No.
Xbox Revolution, of course it is.
So there's 2 different versions. One is called a Mini and the other is a Scorpio.
Oh wow!
So a mini, obviously, as you could tell,
I'm guessing it's an entry point console.
yeah, entry point is basically it's the same Xbox One
Right.
but smaller, more compact,
Fine. Okay.
less looking like a VCR. And the Scorpio is the one that packs a lot more power compared to the one that was just released at retail.
I see. Interesting naming convention right there.
I find it funny that everyone's jumping on this bandwagon now. Obviously, we know that Sony are doing their whole.
Well, look at it like this. Look at it like this.
Yeah.
If phone companies can release a phone every year and have people lining up for days
Yeah.
to get the same thing over and over, then why can't gaming companies do it every 3 years?
Why not? All right. So, also something that we actually haven't seen much of from Microsoft is their HoloLens. You remember when they showed that really amazing demo of Minecraft?
Oh yeah, the
That was
Minecraft.
awesome.
That was cool. I mean, I would love to be doing that one day in my living room. Never gonna happen because I don't have a holographic projector. That being said, it was a VR demo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's what do they call it? A semi VR? Oh, I forgot the technical term for it, where it's just half projected, and it's augmented reality. That's it.
Yeah.
So you get a view of your living room, and then it's just projected over that on the lens of your glasses. It's pretty cool.
Regardless,
it's a pretty cool
it
concept.
was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not sure how the controller worked with all the motion controls, etc., and how it was reading the inputs of your fingers, but the way it was done, it was really great. It was a cool concept demo.
And you can definitely bet that it's going to be integrated some way with PC as well. Okay, so we talked about this a little bit in a previous Noob Talk. Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1.
I mentioned that, you know what, they're definitely going to show some of the multiplayer at E3, and apparently they are. So,
Oh wow!
what can we look for? I mean, we already know how amazing the game looks.
Right,
'Cause of
Dice Engine, of course.
DICE, yeah. So, what can we expect from the multiplayer itself?
But I know one thing: you can definitely expect great sound,
Oh, yeah.
because the Dice Engine really does great sound. But as far as the multiplayer is concerned, I'm willing to bet even that it's going to be a very high capacity multiplayer, as in there's going to be a lot of people in a map or in a game.
All right.
Because I think Battlefield 3 was up to, or was that Battlefield 4? Battlefield 4 maybe, was up to 64 players, was it?
Yeah.
And I think Battlefield 1 is going to be a similar fashion. But I think they're going to introduce much more destruction as far as the environment's concerned, and maybe a little bit more dynamic maps, because I really love those. It was a really interesting take on a shooter where you could change the layout of the map and make it strategic, or make a strategic advantage for your team.
All right. Well, with so much happening, then I'm probably thinking 30 frames per second lock.
I'm pretty sure, but the previous one was 60. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure myself, but
I'm not sure. We've got it here. We'll play that later and find out.
I mean, when I think about it, 64-person multiplayer destruction, it must be 30 frames. I mean,
Potentially it could be.
Yeah.
Potentially it could be. But we have to remember that games these days are usually very, very fast paced. So 30 frames is kind of slow at the moment, especially considering Doom is playing 60. It looks great, guys. Don't trust me, I'm lying.
Yeah, don't hate us, please. Anyway, some of the other games that are going to be showing up: Gears of War 4, Recall, Sea of Thieves, Forza. It could be either an entry into the main series or Horizon, Crackdown 3, and quite possibly Halo 6, maybe just a CG cutscene or just a short trailer just to tell people, oh yeah, we're making another Halo. Any thoughts of any of those games?
I mean, Halo is obviously going to be a big one. It always is. There's a massive fan base for that game. I'm personally a big fan of Forza, so I'm really looking forward to what
I played
they're
a
going to
little
show
bit
next.
of Forza. It's really good.
Yeah, Forza's, I wouldn't say it's quite competing. Well, it is trying to compete with Gran Turismo, but apparently Sony's doing something really interesting with Gran Turismo too, so I'm looking forward to that. I love my racing sims, and hopefully the new Forza's really good. Horizon was an interesting concept for sure. As far as Gears of War is concerned, yeah, it'd be cool to see a new Gears of War. Previous ones were really good.
Yep.
a little bit different than your standard third-person shooter. But we have already had Uncharted this year, so I'm not really sure how it's going to compete with that kind of storytelling. I guess it's a different game. All the violence and the gore is slightly a different genre, but regardless, third-person shooter. Hope it's gonna have to put on its big boots for sure.
Oh yeah, well I know people really like the Gears of War multiplayer, so I'm sure some of that will be shown as well. I think that's where a lot of its fan base is going. I'm actually really interested in Sea of Thieves. It's an open world multiplayer adventure. Well, its whole base is around multiplayer and interacting with other people. And if I get to become a pirate, that'll be awesome.
So is that similar to what Overwatch and that other game are doing?
Well, I'm surprisingly one of those few people who have not played Overwatch.
Oh, really?
You know, I'm one of those scumbags who had the beta downloaded on their PS4 and never played it.
Didn't play it. How dare you?
Hey,
so is it a shooter, Sea of Thieves? Or is it more of a adventure game, RPG?
It's an adventure game, yeah.
So an RPG?
Yeah, roughly.
Okay, cool. Sounds awesome.
And obviously Crackdown 3, Microsoft kind of went big on Crackdown just because of the amount of destruction they were able to show. People thought that, no way that's running off an Xbox One. That's at least high-end PC standard.
We've had that before, guys. Yeah. Remember the whole debacle with the cloud gaming?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're going to run everything off the cloud, guys. It's going to be awesome. Did that ever work out? I don't know if that panned out. I don't have an Xbox One, unfortunately. But
I'm not gonna put it down until I see it. But if it works out, then that's a step forward for cloud technology.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting.
If they're going to run all of that off the cloud, then hey,
yeah.
I'm
but then again, everyone's internet needs to support it. So
yeah.
It's not really the same thing, is it?
No, not in the slightest.
It's too much of a variable to be a universal application.
All right, and the last one on the list at the moment is EA. We know we're going to see a FIFA.
Right.
Mirror's Edge is coming out on the 10th.
That's coming out really soon, isn't it?
Yeah, Mirror's Edge. I can't wait for that. Mm-hmm. Mirror's Edge on the 10th. One game I haven't seen EA make in a while is from the Fight Night series.
Right,
and I would love to see that come back. The last one they made was Fight Night Champion, where they added a narrative to it, which I thought wasn't the best narrative in the world. It's kind of standard. Guy gets framed, goes to jail, comes back.
I mean, it was an incentive to play. It was an incentive to play.
It's something different.
It took you through the grueling story mode, whereas in another universe where there wasn't a narrative, you might not have gone that far. But
true.
You were stuck with your character, and he had a story to tell, and you wanted to listen.
It's something you will never it's never actually been done in a sports game.
Right. Personally, I'd really want to see that again, being done in different.
It was something really different. Yeah, I mean, hey, if they were going out on a limb and thought, hey, we'll add a narrative to FIFA, someone climbing the ranks,
right,
from tryouts all the way to like World Cup level, that would be awesome to see.
Your manager gets fired, he has to join another team, and it's worldwide news.
You get transferred.
Is that too real life?
Awesome. It's just these little things that I think could push that forward, because
just another reason
it's becoming stagnant a bit.
To get through these things that are not really the main attraction of these games.
All right, well, for this part, we're going to stop things here, actually. But that's it for this Noob Talk, our E3 predictions, some of the games we run through as well. As always, please like, comment, rate, subscribe to the channel. All of that good stuff. We'll be back with some of the other conferences.
All right, guys, Noob Talk signing out. We will see you next session.
Stay free, you noobs.